Royal fans and some experts are not happy about Prime Harry and Meghan Markle joining the royal family for Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Most of them believe that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would steal the limelight from the Queen and other members of the British royal family. Commenting on Harry and Meghan's decision, senior royal expert and biographer Angela Levin said, "The atmosphere will be different with Harry etc. coming to Jubilee. The focus will be on them and how they behave, which the Jubilee shouldn't be about. Unfair to expect senior working royals to force themselves to put on a happy face." Royal expert Alistair Bruce suggested the announcement will now allow the royal family to focus minds on the work of the monarchy rather than Meghan and Harry's plans. Mr. Bruce told, "We're getting quite close to the celebrations and there's much being organised. The Queen has had many of her staff looking very closely at what the best way to run each part of it is. At the essence, this is about celebrating the Queen's 70 years as sovereign. And I think the palace will want to make sure we focus on that and don't get distracted from all the noise that has come about over the last years, about various members of her family, and that this will perhaps everyone's minds on the people who are committed to the monarchy." Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle's spokesperson said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are excited and honoured to attend the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations this June with their children. There will be no place on the palace balcony for Harry, Meghan, and Andrew after trooping the colour this year. The Queen has limited the balcony appearance to working royals, along with the Cambridge and Wessex children and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Laurence, the Buckingham Palace said on Friday. Earlier, it was reported that Harry and Meghan were invited to appear on the palace balcony. The US-based royal couple met with the Queen on their way to the Invictus Games last month. In other news, the Duchess of Sussex was recently dealt a major blow as Netflix axed her animated show, Pearl. Meghan Markle announced the show last summer and had been developing it alongside Sir Elton John's husband David Furnish. Pearl was among multiple series cut by the streaming giant, as the service made widespread cost-cutting moves following a reported loss of 200,000 subscribers. Meghan and her husband, Prince Harry, signed a multi-million-pound deal with Netflix 2 years ago. Under Archewell Productions and Archewell Audio, the Sussexes were expected to produce content for both Netflix and Spotify. So far, the couple have released one podcast episode, a holiday special that featured the likes of Stacey Abrams, José Andrés, James Corden, Elton John, Naomi Osaka, and Tyler Perry. Daily Mirror royal correspondent Russell Myers has claimed that the recent axing is embarrassing for the Sussexes and the couple need to release content sooner rather than later. He told Thursday's episode of Pod Save the Queen, "There have been certain reports in UK and US media that the bosses of these streaming giants are getting a little frustrated, and you can understand why. We're a year or two on with very little content, one podcast with a very annoying jingle, now no Netflix series. You would assume the Invictus Games documentary needs to be coming soon since we just had the games." Mr. Myers added, "When are we going to see some content? Sooner rather than later, I would hope. It is a blow. It is relatively embarrassing. They've got to produce some content. Will people get bored of them? Maybe." The podcast's host, Zoe Forsey, suggested that the Sussexes need to act when the public's interest is spiked. She said, "It does feel like interest is dropping off a little bit, but I think that's because we haven't seen anything from them, not that people aren't interested. I think there's nothing for people to be interested in. It feels like they were back in the news and all over everyone's social media because of the Invictus Games, and they kind of need to jump on those spikes when they're back in the public eye again." Although Pearl is no longer in development with Netflix, the company still has an Archewell project in the works, Heart of Invictus, a documentary series about the Invictus Games, executive produced by Harry. The series will focus on the powerful stories of competitors on their journeys to Invictus Games The Hague 2020, which was postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic and took place in April 2022. Harry founded the Games, an international sporting event for wounded, injured and sick armed service personnel and veterans, in 2014, having been inspired by the Warrior Games in Washington, U.S.